Yes, children. So finally, we understood the sources of writing history. Okay. And then what happens here and all? They were, preserving all those records in the archive rooms, even in the, yes, museums. So later what happened? Once in the mid 19th century, guys, remember, in the mid 19th century, we can see that, the print culture has started to implement more and more. So that is the reason what happened. Whatever the documents they had, they started to take multiple copies and they started to preserve those records. Okay, children, in all the the departments, they started to take the multiple copies and they started to preserve those things. Guys, hope you people understood, right? Yes. We'll move to the next slide. Okay, children. See. And the next one is that conducting surveys. So through surveys also they were getting some information. This is also one of the sources they were using to write the history. Okay, children. So here, even after getting this, the result of the survey, they used to maintain the record. So the British people thought that, so before they can go for efficient administration, they should know about the entire country. Understand, children? Guys, you people are understanding, right? So here what they believed, the British people believed that for efficient or effective administration of a country, before they start that, they should know about the entire country. Understand? So that is the reason what happened. They started with the surveys, conducting surveys, mapping. Mapping also they started and surveys also they started. Okay. So later what happened? Conducting surveys was common under colonial administration. Okay. When surveys were common? Yes, conducting surveys was common under colonial administration or British administration. Okay, so the British believed that a country had to be properly known before it could be effectively administered. So what they believed, children? Yes, so before they go for effective administration, they should know about the country. They should know about all the details of the country. So that's the reason you can see in this picture, children. So they are doing some surveys. So now also whatever we'll be seeing in the surveys, the equipments, the modern equipments they were using in the mid 19th century only, around 19th century only, they were using all those things. Okay. So why they were doing this surveys, children? Yes, British people, they believed that, yes, so before going for the administration or the effective administration, they should know about the country. So that's the reason they were doing this surveys or the conducting surveys. Yes. By the early 19th century, detailed surveys were being carried out to map the entire country. So as I told you people, what happened in the early 19th century, the detailed surveys were being carried out to map the entire country. To map the entire country, they started with this surveys to know about the country. So as I told you people, what happened? Yes, so before they start with the effective administration, they should know about the country. So that's the reason they started for the detailed surveys and even the mapping. Okay, so what happens that time and all, they used to conduct, for example, like a revenue surveys. So they used to conduct these revenue surveys in villages. Guys, remember, this is very much important. So they used to conduct revenue surveys in villages. Why they used to conduct, children? Because to know about, yes, to know about the agricultural background, because the revenue they are going to charge. So before charging the revenue, they should know the fertility of the soil, that is the quality of the soil, and whether the water facility is there, and then whether what kind of crops they are growing, whether it's a commercial crops or whether it's a normal crops. Okay, so everything they used to do survey. Understood, children? So that is why they were doing it. Before they go for administration, they should know complete detail about that particular area. Understand? So that's the reason they started with the surveys. And then in the end of the 19th century, they started with census. Guys, you people know that, right? How many years once we'll be doing the census? Yes, exactly 10 years once they used to conduct the census. Guys, remember, this is very much important. Every 10 years once they used to conduct the census. Why they were conducting the census? Yes, children, to know about the people. How many people they reside from in a country from north to south, and what were their occupations, what the people used to do, occupations, and their caste, their religion, their habitats, to distinguish or to know all those things they used to do census. Okay, children, this is very much important. So after the whatever the documents and the records they were maintaining in administrative offices, apart from that, they believed that the British people believed that they should know about the entire country before they start with the administration, or to know, if they know about the entire country, it will help them for the effective or the better administration. Okay, so that is the reason they started with census and surveys. Okay, they started with the surveys and along with the census. Okay, see here, children. For example, what are the kinds of surveys or the census they were doing? See, forest survey, zoological survey, revenue survey, botanical survey, and many other kinds of surveys they were doing. See, forest survey means, they used to survey or map the forest areas, how much it is available, and they have divided the forest into many different categories: reserved forest, protected forest, and all those things. They started with the forest acts also. This entire concept and all you can see in your 9th standard in detail, children. Okay, and then they started with the zoological surveys and the revenue surveys. As I told you, people in every villages, they used to conduct this revenue survey to know about their the cropping culture, the fertility of the soil, all those things. And then the botanical surveys also, they used to conduct about the the plants, trees, and the forest, all those things. Guys, hope you all understood, right? Yes, children. Let's move on to the next topic. Yes. What official records do not tell? So, for example, children, we have seen the sources of writing history. These are all the official records we have seen. Yes or no, children? Yes, that means only the records which were maintained in the administrative offices, or it may be from the surveys or the census. But if we go through these records, we'll be understanding only about the administrative or the high level people. But if we want to know about the poor people or the peasants or the tribes, so how we have to do? Or these records, this official records were not giving the details of the poor people or the peasants or the tribes or the workers. Okay, so see here, records do not tell what other people in the country felt. Apart from this official people, what the remaining people they felt about the country, that is not, no way we can see about this conception. Yes or no, children? So that is a reason, apart from this administrative records, we can see some other things, that is like see here, only diaries of the people. The people used to write, do you people have an habit of writing the diaries, children, every day? Personal diaries. Yes, so few, the diaries of the people, or it may be through the travelers, or it may be from the autobiographies of the important personalities, and some newspapers can tell about literate people. So about other people, apart from the the administrative officials or the records, apart from that, we can get the other information from these things, and even from the few people used to write the books, songs and the stories. Through that also we can get the ideas. And earlier and all we can see the people were good in drawings. So once if any one drawing comes, so the people used to sit and discuss about those drawings, paintings. So whatever the issues was happening in the country, so that and all we can see only through the other sources, not from any the official records the British people were maintaining in administrative offices. Okay, children. So we can get these, the information, other records only through the other, through like diaries of the people, or through the travelers, or through the autobiographies, or through the some the newspapers, or some paintings, or through some songs. So earlier and all we know that why people used to write the songs, because just to give an awareness. So they were writing the songs. Through the paintings and all, they were discussing the problems. Okay, children, see here. No records of the history is available for the tribals, peasants, workers or the poor. So as I told you people, here we can see only the details about the official or the administrative records. Okay, but apart from those people, we can see in our country, maximum peasants we can see. As we know, India is basically an agricultural country. Maximum peasants, that is the farmers we can see, workers we can see, the poor people, and the tribals. About those people, there is no records or the informations are available. Okay, children, hope you all understood about this concept, right? If any doubts, you just let me know, children. Yes. So finally, we'll go for recapitulation. So before we'll start with this recapitulation, guys, about the entire chapter, you just go for reglance once. What and all we have learned in this chapter, children? Yes, about the dates, what are the criteria to be considered as important dates, and then yes, about James Mill, the Scottish. Yes, about the Scottish, the philosopher, about him and how he has divided the Indian history. And apart from that, what he has felt about India, and then the British administration came to India, and how British people divided Indian history, like ancient, medieval, and the modern. Okay, apart from that, yes, why we consider the modern, the history as a colonial history, that we have to remember. Okay, children, hope you all understood, right? So reglance all those concepts, and then today we are going to see about British believed that the act of dash was important. What is the answer, children? Very good. Writing, act of writing was important or crucial. Okay, yes. Next, why did the British take surveys? Why they were taking the surveys, children? What was their main idea? Yes, so before they go for administration, they should know about the country. So that's the reason they were doing surveys and the mapping. For the better administration, they should know about the country. That's why they were going ahead with this. Dash operations were held every 10 years. What kind of operations? Yes, census was happening for every 10 years. Why did British preserve official documents? Guys, why they were maintaining this or preserving this official documents? You have to write. Okay, children? So, hope you all understood the concept. If any doubts, you just let me know. Okay, I'm there to help you out, children. And then, so we'll have test for this chapter, and I want you all to write the notes, and whatever the questions I have given, you have to maintain in homework, and I want everyone to post these things in your group. I want everyone has to post these things in your groups. You have to write all the questions and you have to make your own notes. As I told you people, you have to go through the entire textbook and you have to make your own notes. Okay, children? Thank you all. Have a nice day.